Be careful, Standwasami.
When am I not?
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're looking at upcoming games built in Unreal Engine 5 that we can't wait to get our hands on.
So now that you have all this power, what are you gonna do with it?
But before we get into it, we publish new content all week long. So be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Still Wakes the Deep. The Chinese Room has proven itself a great developer for adventure games, though journeyed into horror with 2013's Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs. For its next game, the studio is going big on scares with Still Wakes the Deep. Players will control a lone worker on an oil rig who must contend with the impact of a disastrous storm. Adding to their misery is some kind of supernatural creature that has only been hinted at in the trailers. With no way to fight back, you'll search for any means to escape while being hunted by whatever monstrosity the storm has brought. It looks like a visual powerhouse, but should also provide an incredibly tense time when it releases June 18th, 2024.
Done for good. I love you, but I won't wait forever.
Chrono Odyssey. Who doesn't love a good fantasy MMORPG? While there are plenty of them on the market, we're hoping Chrono Odyssey can set itself apart. Developed by South Korean team Chrono Studio, it seems to be promising all the right things to get players excited. This includes the world of S.T.A.L.K.E.R, a seamless, multi-biomed open world in the midst of an endless war against the Void, invaders from another plane. Unreal Engine 5 will be an obvious major benefit in the visuals department, but combat between individual characters looks varied and action-packed. The combat, history, and exploration will also deal with time manipulation in different ways, and we're looking forward to digging into its lore when Chrono Odyssey launches sometime in 2024. Enotria: The Last Song.
It has been a delight to compose the song of change together.
Any Souls-like fans in our audience will likely want to pay attention to this one. Enotria: The Last Song takes heavy inspiration from Italian folklore and mythology, relatively unexplored in the video game space. It follows a nameless character, the so-called maskless one, who must free those stuck in stasis by the game's villains, known as the Authors. Combat may look relatively familiar, but we're hoping the various ability-altering masks will bring enough new to its fights and customization. The Italian setting looks stunning, with dynamic lighting and environmental storytelling bringing it all to life. New developer Giamma Games seems passionate about the game's roots, so we hope the game is a success when it launches on August 21st, 2024. Stalker 2: Heart of Chornobyl.
I'm sorry, Strider.
This one's been a long time coming, but we thankfully don't have much longer to wait. The next entry in the alternate history FPS series, chronicling the events after a fictional second Chernobyl disaster, is set to release September 5th, 2024. It was originally meant to release in late 2022, but was delayed due to the ongoing war in Ukraine, where developer and publisher GSC Game World is located. The Stalker games have been praised not only for reimagining the famous disaster, but for also being downright unnerving in both their atmospheres and enemies. Seeing as the last game released in 2009, we have no doubt that every thrill the originals nailed will be enhanced tenfold with the Unreal Engine 5. Hell is Us.
You burned our homes and slaughtered our families.
To be fair, there's still a great deal about Hell is Us that we don't know. It's yet another third-person action-adventure game set in a semi-open world, but there are a few unique, smaller features that have piqued our interest. For one, there's the studio behind it, developer Rogue Factor, which has delivered decent action experiences in games like Mordheim: City of the Damned. For another, its focus on a civil war and the depths to which humanity will stoop to does have us interested in its narrative and what part we play in it. There also won't be any map or quest markers, instead giving you more freedom in where you choose to go. We certainly need to see more, so we'll definitely keep an eye on it before its 2025 release. Criminals Within. Although it doesn't look as visually impressive as some other upcoming Unreal Engine 5 releases, Criminals Within has something many others don't: co-op. Built with two-player in mind, the game will see you and a friend exploring a fantasy land in search of treasure, while dealing with other warriors and dragons. We're hoping it will provide a similar experience to It Takes Two, just with a bit more magic and swordplay. Although there isn't a release date yet, and this will be developer Space Rock Games' first release, the studio is made up of industry vets who worked on the Fable and Chivalry series, among others. Avowed.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes.
Honestly, the caliber of Obsidian Entertainment gets us excited about any game the studio works on. It's just a nice bonus that Avowed happens to be built in Unreal Engine 5. Although it may look an awful lot like Skyrim, it sounds like there will be enough there to differentiate it. And not just the pristine graphics that come with the new engine. Its world will be less open and more streamlined, with a stronger focus on a central narrative and characterization of NPCs, primarily your companions. Additionally, the studio's signature use of humor and the fact that it's set in the Pillars of Eternity universe should delight die-hard Obsidian fans when it releases in late 2024. Eternal Strands. Clearly, there are a lot of fantasy action-adventure games to choose from these days, so new ones need to have something to stand out. For Eternal Strands, it seems to be the gorgeous visuals and its focus on physics during combat. We'll play as Brynn, a member of a group called the Weavers, exploring her people's ancestral home that was sealed away long ago. Developer Yellow Brick Games placed emphasis on a wide variety of reactions during combat that can come from players, enemies, and environments. From the sound of it, that means fights can go a multitude of ways based on a huge number of factors. There's no release date as of writing, but color us curious. Black Myth Wukong.
Fades through time in tombs of somber gray.
As soon as players got their first glimpse of Black Myth Wukong in 2020, excitement shot through the roof. Even before development transitioned to Unreal Engine 5, visuals were impressive. Based on Chinese mythology and coming from Chinese developer Game Science, it will adapt the famous novel Journey to the West. While elements of its story, like the Monkey King protagonist, have been adapted by pop culture before, this will be the first big game to solely focus on it. It will also be another release From Software fans will want to keep an eye on, as it will mix its mythology with Souls-like style. Black Myth Wukong releases August 20th, 2024.
I, the Keeper of the New West, welcome the Destined One.
Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra.
I'm more concerned with the 6-foot cat man who's got claws that can cut through vibranium alloy.
Over the past few years, superhero games have had some majestic highs and some depressing lows. But we are really hoping that Marvel 1943 is of the former. The action-adventure title will drop players in Nazi-occupied Paris during World War II, where we'll control Cap and Black Panther as they try, and presumably fail, to stop the rise of Hydra. We're excited to see how playstyles will vary between the two heroes, as well as what roles each of their companions play. There are some talented minds behind it too. Marvel heavyweight Mark Bernardin serves as co-writer alongside producer Amy Hennig, the creator of Uncharted. While we'll have to wait until 2025 to get our hands on it, we look forward to this next heroic adventure. What upcoming Unreal Engine 5 game are you most excited for?
If you don't deal with this, then we are done for good.
Share your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great gaming videos every day.